All right, let's talk about Shiba Inu. We're going to dive into the story of the meme coin that's trying to become so much more than just a joke. We'll look at its journey, where it's trying to go by 2026, and what it all means.
So, this is the big one, right? This is the question at the absolute heart of the Shiba Inu project. Can you really take an internet meme, something born from a joke, and build a legitimate, functioning economy around it? Let's dig in.
Okay, so to really get what SHIB is trying to do now, we've got to go back to the beginning. You have to understand where it came from to see where it might be headed.
Shiba Inu didn't start with some grand technical white paper. Nope. It began its life as a classic meme coin, built on the Ethereum blockchain and, of course, inspired by that iconic dog. But pretty quickly, it started to feel like something different.
And you literally cannot talk about SHIB without talking about the SHIB army. This isn't just a group of holders, it's the driving force, the engine that took this thing from a simple curiosity and gave it some serious ambition.
Now, this is where the story gets really interesting. Let's look at how Shiba Inu is trying to transform, to actually evolve past its origins by adding layers of real, tangible utility.
At the center of this whole transformation is Shibarium. The easiest way to think about it is like this. If Ethereum is a massive, often gridlocked highway, Shibarium is the brand new, high-speed express lane built right on top of it. It's designed to make everything faster and way cheaper.
And look, this isn't just a concept on a whiteboard. We're talking over 1 billion transactions have already been processed on Shibarium. That's real-world usage, and it proves that technically speaking, this thing can actually handle the load.
But it's not just about speed. They're trying to build an entire ecosystem. You've got Shiba Swap for trading, Shibarium Pay, and this really ambitious privacy upgrade plan for 2026. It uses something called fully homomorphic encryption, which is a mouthful, I know. But basically, it's tech that lets you run calculations on encrypted data without ever having to decrypt it first. That could be a massive game changer for privacy on the blockchain.
Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, that absolutely astronomical supply of SHIB tokens. How in the world is the project even trying to tackle that?
So check this out. SHIB launched with a supply of nearly a quadrillion tokens. That number is just wild. Now, through a token burn program, they've managed to get rid of a pretty big chunk. But as you can see, there are still hundreds of trillions left in circulation. That's a lot of zeros.
So how does this burn actually work? Well, it's all tied directly to Shibarium. Every time someone makes a transaction on the network, a portion of that fee gets collected. That money then is used to buy SHIB tokens on the open market, and then, poof, they're sent to a dead wallet, effectively removed from circulation forever. The goal is to create deflationary pressure.
And this leads us to the million-dollar question, or maybe the 100 trillion token question. With that many tokens still floating around and a burn mechanism that completely depends on people actually using the network, can it really make a dent? Can it move the needle in a meaningful way?
All right, enough with the what-ifs and the ambitions. Let's push the hype aside for a second and just look at the cold, hard data. What's actually happening on-chain with the Shiba Inu ecosystem?
Man, talk about a roller coaster. Shibarium's daily transaction count has been all over the place. You see these massive peaks of activity, but also some pretty serious troughs. The key takeaway, though, is that we're starting to see a rebound from those recent lows. And remember, more transactions mean more fuel for that token burn.
Here's another really interesting stat. Over 700 billion SHIB tokens have been moved off of cryptocurrency exchanges. Now, why does that matter? Well, many analysts see that as a bullish signal. It suggests people are moving their tokens to private wallets for long-term holding, not just keeping them ready to sell at a moment's notice.
So all of this brings us to the future. It's pretty clear that Shiba Inu is standing at a major crossroads. It faces some huge challenges, and honestly, there are a few very different ways this whole experiment could play out. And let's be real, the road ahead isn't easy. The project is still dealing with insane price volatility that's tied to market hype. There's the inconsistent adoption of Shibarium, that persistent oversupply of tokens, and, of course, fierce competition from other Layer 2 projects that are also fighting for users.
So if you boil it down, you're looking at about 3 potential futures. In the best case, optimistic scenario, Shibarium really takes off, the token burns accelerate, and SHIB finds real utility in things like payments and DeFi. Then there's the worst case scenario. Adoption stalls, network activity stays low, and it just kind of fades away. And of course, there's the neutral path, where it just continues to be what it is today, a very popular meme asset that rides the waves of the market.
Ultimately, Shiba Inu's journey from a meme to a mission forces us to ask a fundamental question about the whole crypto space. Is this a blueprint for how meme coins can evolve and become something more, or is it a cautionary tale about the incredible difficulty of escaping your origins no matter how much you build? Only time and the data will tell.